It's not, you know, it's just so beautiful. It's the Chopin prelude, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sitting with Barry Manilow. Now, I have to tell you, when you hear this song at the tempo it was recorded when Donna Summer did it, it's completely different. This is like, it really is a piece of classical music.
Yeah. Well, you know, good piece of music, you can do it any old way you want and still holds up. I believe it.
That's what my ex-husband used to say about me.
What?
Good piece of...
All right.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Sorry. But it's a wonderful thing. Do you think that people will be listening and playing the music as classical pieces?
I would hope that all this, you know, when I got into the music industry, my one goal was to make music that will outlive me. It was a lofty goal, huh? It was a lofty goal. Who knew if I would ever have it? But I always tried to create or be involved with music that would not just be trendy. And so I kind of stuck with that, right?
Deja vu.
Yeah,
we'll
really.
be right back with Barry Manilow.
That was a good song, too, that I did with Dion.
Yes.
The Whoopi Goldberg Show.
I like this job.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. You could come and play.
Yeah, I seem to be doing well tonight, too.
Yes.
It's better than I actually made when I was playing these. Playing in bars. I used to play in a lot of cocktail lounges. I was pretty good at it, too. I had an act with a girl, and we used to do just like we're sitting here. For the drunks.
What would you do?
For the drunks, we used to do what they wanted to do, what they wanted us to do. You know, I have such respect for these people who do this all night long, you know, in lounges. I did it for a couple of years with a girl singer. She's a good girl singer, too. And, you know, the hours are horrible. You know, you start at 8 o'clock and you wind up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's 45-minute sets on and 10 minutes off, and you do it all night long. They're still doing it in Vegas. They still do it in the Holiday Inns around the country. You know, yeah, I have a lot of respect for them.
Do you miss it?
No. You have this plastered smile on your face for like 8 hours a night. It's just, and you don't mean it. You really don't mean it.
So now you come in, and you start, and most of the time people are pretty straight by the time you get there.
Well, they were always drunk. But at 8 o'clock, you know, it was a little easier, to play for them at 8 o'clock than, you know, at 1 o'clock in the morning. Forget it. It was hard. Hard.
When you look back at the road you've taken, did you ever expect to become Barry Manilow?
No. I always knew, Whoopi, I bet you did too, I always knew that I was going to be successful. I never doubted that I would be able to make a living in music because I always felt secure in the music area. I just knew that I was going to be okay. At the very least, I'd always be able to make a living playing the piano someplace. And I even knew that I was going to be even more successful than just a piano player. But it never even dawned on me the kind of success that's happened in the area that it happened in, too, because, you know, I was just going to be a musician, which is a great gig, you know, or a producer or an arranger or a conductor or something. But singing was just never in the cards, man, no. And even to this very day, I still have trouble listening to my own records and my own voice, and even you know, when I put it sometimes when we go out of town, you know, or out of the country, and they ask you what your profession is, I always put down musician. It's not entertainer or singer or any of that. You know, I think of myself as a musician, and that's it. That's where I feel the most comfortable. I love being with my bands, with the people in the studio, on the road, but on the stage in front of an audience. Boy, that's a gig for me. Yeah,
it does have its moments. Now, but what brought you into the forefront? I mean, because you at one time played behind Bet. Is that the right lingo? Played behind? See, I don't know. You know?
I was her music director for about 2-3 years.
Right.
Maybe a little longer than that, and I helped produce her first 2 albums. And that's where I was having a ball. That was the greatest thing that could have happened to me, conducting at Carnegie Hall for this kind of singer. That was like the most powerful performer I had ever even imagined being with. And conducting for her at Carnegie Hall, wow, that was the peak. I just wanted more of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, that wasn't where it was meant to stop.
But then what brought you into the forefront?
Well, it was a kind of an interesting a turn of events. I just really wanted to get my own songs out there, and it didn't seem that anybody wanted to sing them. So I sang my own demos. I started to make my own demos. And before I knew it, I had a record company that was interested not only in my songs and in the songwriting, but in my singing of the songs, which was just the most perplexing thing. I mean, I kept saying, why? What, I mean, I don't really do this, you know.
Why
But
did
they just kept asking me to. I mean, you know, most people would kill for that kind of opportunity. And I was resisting it because I didn't want to go on the road and become a performer. It wasn't my thing.
Well, what was the first one that you recorded?
Well, the first song I recorded was Could It Be Magic, you know?
Yes.
Which I ripped off a Chopin prelude here. But you know how to write those chord changes. And I really didn't enjoy my own performance of it, but I sure did love making the record, you know. And it just kept snowballing from there. The record company would say, yeah, let's do another one. And finally, the idea of getting my songs out there really was so appealing to me. And the only way I could get it out there, it seemed, was if I sang them. So I committed to making an album and going on the road and pretending that I was a performer. And it just kept snowballing. And the audiences seemed to react not only to the music, and to the show, and to the lights, and to the production, but to me.
Right.
But to me as a show person, which was so perplexing for the first 5 years, and then it became terrifying because it wouldn't go away.
Now, but you keep saying it's perplexing. Is it your voice that perplexes you, or the fact that people like it, or?
I guess it's the acceptance of doing something that I really have never considered very special. I guess it's that kind of acceptance, people really connecting with a part of what I do that I don't connect with.
Ah.
You know, the singing part, the performing part, the acting part. It's just, you know, I've never really... And maybe the reason that they're connecting with it is because I really don't know what I'm doing. And maybe they're connected, or that I didn't. I think I got better at it. But at that point, I really was so awkward and unsure of myself on the stage that maybe they were connecting with the fact that there was some honest thing there, you know. And the music was pretty solid. I always believed that the music was solid.
Yeah. Now, what about Mandy?
Well, Mandy, that was the next level. For the first year, I kind of bumbled around in these little nightclubs, like the Bottom Line in New York and the Roxy over here, you know. And there was kind of a rumble going on that there was somebody that was making interesting music down there, because the shows were decent. And then out of the blue, the record company that I was with changed hands, and I found myself at a record company called Arista Records, and the head of the record company was a man named Clive Davis. You know
Yes,
Clive.
I know Clive Davis.
A legend, a living legend. I mean, you know, I'm very grateful for his input, and he saw what these audiences were seeing also, that there was something about this guy on stage performing that could be very successful. I never saw it. I didn't see it, but he saw it. And he said to me backstage the first time I met him, if you have a hit record, then your career is made. And I said, well, don't worry. I'll make myself a hit record, and I'll write myself a hit song. But he had other plans in mind, because he is really incredibly good at choosing commercial songs.
Right.
I'm not.
Right.
I sometimes write, you know, a good one, and sometimes write a commercial one. But Clive is like on the money just about every single time. He sent me this demo record called Brandy, and it went like this. It went, oh, Brandy, well, you came and you gave it all day. It was this up-tempo version of what we know now as Mandy. And so I went and I recorded, oh, Brandy, well, and he came into the studio that night, and he said, what's that? And I said, that's the thing that you sent me. He said, I hate that. But in the afternoon, I had played it just to learn it. I had played it like a ballad. I had played it just to learn it. I was looking at the sheet music. I said, well, gee, this is kind of a nice lyric. Oh, I remember all my life. And I just played it real slow, and I took him into the studio, and I said, if you hate the up-tempo version of it, why don't you just listen to this version of it? And he sat there like you're sitting, and he closed his eyes, and I sang, oh, Brandy, well, you came and you gave. And he said, oh, that's much better. He said, let's record it like that.
Well, will you play me into the commercial? We'll be right back with the fabulous Barry Manilow. Hey, Frank, you go? Because when you're home, you know, you're in the living room. I spend a lot of time in the living room, you know, just fantasizing. Yeah, because I want to be a backup singer.
Really, me too. You know, I do this whole thing in the show just about backup singing.
Really?
Yeah, we're going on tour now, and there's a whole little thing where I pretend I'm one of the backup singers.
See?
I love that.
Because they got all the hot moves, you know, and
I got them down. Look at this.
Yes, see? And they got the, you know, they got the stuff that shimmy. I always wanted to be able to move my stuff, you know, because, you know, the person, stop that. The up front singer would be out there, but, you know, the girls would be, have all the given face and fingers would be moving and hair.
Really?
You
Trying
know,
to upstage that.
Trying to upstage the person.
Lead, right?
You have probably one of the largest groupings of fans
That's what I'm told, yeah.
in the world. Is this surprising?
My whole career is a surprise, yeah. But yeah, it is. It's great. And I've met a lot of them, too, which is even greater. Because they're great people.
Right.
You know, I don't know, I'm sure you've met your fans. I hate the word because it just dehumanizes them.
Yeah.
But, you know, you've met the people who admire what you do. I've met a lot of the people that are my fans. And they're great. They're people. They're real people.
Yeah.
And I love having conversations with them. And that's not only about me, you know. We have something in common. I don't know what that is, but it's like a connection, and there's a lot of them. I mean, there's just a lot of people out there who seem to have connected with what I'm doing over the years, and I've met a lot of them, and I'm real grateful for them, and I think they're great.
When you think about, you've taken a lot of hits. I've taken a lot of hits from people, too, about the style that we do things in or the people that like us. You've maintained a real sense of humor about it. How do you do that? I'd like to know, please.
Well, you know, how else are you going to... I learned it from Bet. You know, you just can't take things seriously. You can't take that kind of thing seriously. I mean, first, in the beginning, it did... You know, I began to wince because I was so serious about what I was doing. I couldn't believe anybody wouldn't, like, understand that, you know. But, you can't really... Anybody who's in the public eye, anybody... And the more popular you get, the more they try to...
Yeah.
The more they try to knock you down, so, you know... I have, anybody ever tell you about these, they sometimes do cartoons with with me in them. I think that's so cool. When I find my name in a cartoon, I think that is so cool. I mean, except for the real mean-spirited ones, and that's not very often.
Yeah.
But I just think that is so flattering, you know, so flattering that I actually find these guys that do the cartoons and ask them to send it to me.
Oh, really?
And I have them, like, sign.
Have you made Mad Magazine yet?
I haven't heard about it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh.
Have you made Mad Magazine?
Yeah.
Now, isn't that the coolest
Yes,
thing?
it is. Yes, it is.
Popeye stood up for me on one of them. In a cartoon, I have the cartoon that Popeye punches out Bluto for putting me down. I think it's the coolest thing.
You know, it's a gift to be able to have fun. You've written so many songs, you know.
Well, you know, that is the greatest revenge. I heard you say one night, you know, is the greatest revenge money or... The greatest revenge is to still enjoy what you're doing.
Do you ever go home? Do you ever go to Brooklyn and play?
No, Brooklyn's a whole different thing here for me. I mean, you know, I feel bad for what's happened to my old neighborhood. Did you know that my high school, I went to Eastern District High School, was just named the most dangerous high school in America?
Really?
Not just in Brooklyn, but in America. I mean, I always knew it was dangerous, but in America? No, I haven't been back. I went back about 8 or 9 years ago. Everything looks smaller. Have you been back to your old neighborhood?
Yes, and it is smaller.
Everything looks smaller, right?
Yeah. And I'm short, so you know, this is not a good time. Yeah. No, we had Keenan Ivory Wayans comes from the same neighborhood. I grew up in Manhattan. I'm from Chelsea, 26th and 10th.
Yeah.
And we were reminiscing. There's something about, I don't know, being able to have survived, you know, and being able to remember the places, you know.
Yeah. Well, Chelsea's not so bad still.
It went from really good to very spooky,
right,
to sort of okay, and back to okay again, yeah.
But Williamsburg, Brooklyn, where I come from, has started out bad and got worse. And that's where it is.
How do you get out of it? How did you... Well, you had the music.
I had the music. It was my key out of Brooklyn when I discovered it. I discovered it, you know, when my family bought me a piano. It was it. I knew it. That was the key out of that life.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, I know the feeling. You see, I saw the stage and thought,
that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, you know, for the beginning, before they got me that piano, I took solace in music because we all find something when we're kids to run away into. I ran away into the music. But as soon as I got that piano and got dumped that accordion, because, oh, boy. Don't get me started, like Billy Crystal's. But as soon as I dumped that accordion and hit the piano, I knew it. I knew that was it. That was the key out of Brooklyn.
Do you mean I could have been talking to the king of polka?
Really, I'm telling you. You know, and nothing sounds good. I'm sorry, but nothing sounds good on the accordion. Everything sounds old. Everything sounds old on the accordion. I think it comes with 5 old songs, and that's all you ever learn on the accordion.
That is hysterical. I'm seeing on my monitor, on my magic monitor that shows up sometimes, Barry and Grandpa and the first recording.
Yeah. See, I always resisted singing. I always resisted like being in the front. That was somebody else. My grandfather was trying to encourage my musical talents, even when I was like this big. And he would every Saturday afternoon take me to Times Square and try to get me to record something. You know, one of those like little record your voice for 25 cents. And one time one of the first times, he took me to record my own voice, to record Happy Birthday to my cousin. And I wouldn't. And so what you hear is Grandpa in his thick Yiddish accent trying to encourage me to record Happy Birthday. Sing it, Barry, sing it. And all you hear is this little guy in the background saying, no. And all you get is Grandpa's quarters going down the drain, and he's panicking, you know, so he sings, a happy birthday to you. Grandpa was great. He was a great guy.
Yeah.
Grandpa was a great guy. Couldn't help.
Did he get to know the big
Just
Barry
about
Manilow?
the end, yeah. After him, just when Mandy was coming out, Grandma and Grandpa were still alive, and they came to Carnegie Hall when I was doing like my first major concert of my life at Carnegie Hall. Can you imagine what that must have felt like? I can't even talk about it without welling up. And they were in the audience, and Grandpa gave me a standing ovation when I came out, only he still had his hat on, and I saw Grandma grab his hat. It was so cute. It was great. So they got to see a little bit of it. Yeah.
We'll be right back with Barry Manilow.
Really?
Oh, I love that song. I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
Well, we could be fans together.
Mutual Admiration Society.
Listen, maybe one day we'll get to do that lounge thing and that backup thing.
That would be great.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Thanks for coming.
Really, my pleasure. My pleasure. What a fun thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Such a beautiful place to work for you.
Yeah.
It's great. Congratulations.
Thanks. Come anytime.
I'm ready.
You too. Come tomorrow night. See ya.
Cheers is coming back to TV 11. Check out Sam and the gang at Cheers.